Well, the Edmonton Oilers got their number one defenseman back after missing 6 games with a broken finger, but tonight it was all LA. 5-1 was the final here at Rogers Place on Sunday night. As I'm pleased to welcome you to the Oilers TV live post-game show. I'm Tony Broad. Thanks so much for joining us. Adrian Kempe had a pair of markers. Drew Doughty led the Kings with 3 points, and Connor McDavid also received a 5-minute boarding call. A game misconduct in the third period as the Oilers were unable to rally back in the third and allowed 3 goals in the final.
I think it's safe to say not the effort you guys had wanted. Another slow start. That really hasn't been an issue the last few years, but this year it seems to plague you. Any idea why?
I mean, don't know why it's happening, but obviously as the game went on, we started to find our game, find our legs a little bit. I mean, we knew what to expect from these guys, and so it's not like we weren't prepared, but they came out hard, and we couldn't match that right away. But as the game went on, we started to push back a little bit and find our game and create some looks, but obviously just not the effort we needed tonight.
I don't think they gave up an odd man rush tonight. Is that kind of what you're expecting? They were just going to play a very kind of safe game through the neutral zone?
Yeah, we knew that coming in, and we knew we were going to have to put pucks behind them, get on the forecheck, and play them down low. And pretty much all of our chances were going to be coming from in zone, not too many through the neutral zone. Not, like you said, not odd man rushes. So we started to do that a little bit in the second, started the third, started to push a little bit, and I mean, we can play down there. We can get guys going on that, put pucks on that, and started to find it a bit, but obviously not enough.
So help us define sort of when you should say, like, really try to put the brakes on something here? Is this just 2 games where you guys just didn't play so well and it'll come back, or do you need to take a stand here? And do you need, as a leader on this team, to say, hey, like, it's going sour here, we got to turn this thing around?
Yeah, I mean, of course, we need to step up and put a stop to it. Again, I mean, we're right in these games against Seattle. Probably not our best first half of the game, but we found a way to claw our way back and put ourselves in a spot where it was going to be 1 goal and late in the game to tie it up and potentially get 2 points out of it. So obviously we can be better. It's something that we got to address in the room. And I mean, we're in a good spot right now, standings-wise. We've been finding ways to win, and that's at the end of the day, that's the goal. So we got to find a way to get back to that.
What did you make of that sequence at the end there with the major and then the 3 quick power play goals? The PK's been pretty good for you guys lately, and it kind of the roof fell in. And
yeah, I mean, we obviously got to find a way to bear down and not give up 3. I mean, we're going to have a couple minutes to tie it up late, and who knows what can happen on a 5-minute PK too. I think the PK has been strong for us all year, so it's tough to give up a couple like that late.
what do you make of the actual penalty? I don't know if Connor's coming out or not, but it's kind of looked like he got him right on the numbers.
I mean, it's hard to see without the replay. It's I don't know if from watching it, I don't know if it's a 5, but regardless, we got to find a way to get the kill and push on.
Warren, I know Ryan talked about the LA Kings tonight. Can you maybe comment on how tough it was to generate some chances against?
Yeah, I think, he said it best. They kind of just trapped us in the neutral zone there, and, we need to play down low, and we didn't do that tonight. We can't always try to score off the rush, and we got to find ways to score down low, and, that's what it's going to be like in the playoffs, right? So we got to find a solution to doing that more consistently.
Warren, and talking to a couple of your teammates leading up to tonight, you guys' motto has been not to lose 2 in a row. Well, unfortunately, that's happened for you guys. Now, how do you guys respond to a challenge like this in extended adversity in 2 games?
Yeah, look at video tomorrow, have a good practice, and, I think it comes down to having better starts and, being more consistent and, playing hard for each other.
How do you get a better start? What is the solution to that?
Yeah, I don't really have an answer to that. I think as a group, we just got to bear down and, probably just keep it simple to start the games and, just play simple to start, I guess.
Yep.
Zach, can you talk about your opposition tonight and how tough it was to kind of create chances? Not a lot of odd man rushes for you guys tonight.
Yeah, no, they played well. They came with a plan, obviously, and they stayed above the puck. There wasn't much room out there on the rush at all. And then once we started getting going, it was a little bit too late.
Darnell, your first game action tonight, what did you see in terms of the final result tonight?
Yeah, they played a strong checking game. We didn't respond enough, we didn't battle hard enough, and they come out with a 5-1 win.
Darnell, how was it tonight after missing the last 2 weeks for yourself?
Fine. First period, you get back into groove things a little bit, and then just like it felt before I got hurt.
And how did you see Connor's penalty from your standpoint?
Is what it is. They get a 5-minute power play. We can't let in 3, so.
Thank you.
Darnell, you're an emotional guy. You're one of the leaders of this team. I know you've been out for a bit, but you guys have been giving up the first goal just consistently all year long. And sometimes maybe it's bad luck or not, but you're playing catch up too often. Very few teams can have a winning record. You guys are 27-2-1 in your last 30 games when you score first. So obviously it's a big advantage. What do you feel is being the issue this year? Because it wasn't really an issue last year.
It's hard to pinpoint. we know every team that we play against, we're going to get their A game because the way we've started the season, found ways to win games. So every team that we play against, they come out on top of their game, on their toes. And we need to have, that push and make other teams react to us. I mean, as a team, we don't go out there and want to give up the first goal. Like, that's not our objective on a daily basis. Our objective is to go out there and get the first goal. I think for us, we just got to push the envelope a little bit more to, I'm not saying take chances or anything, but just bring the game to other teams as opposed to, we know every team's going to try to bring it to us.
Zach, you mentioned that they did a good job in what they wanted to do. What didn't work for you guys that you wanted to do but kind of took you too long to get to? What was lacking maybe in the first 30 minutes, 5-on-5?
I think just being hard on the puck. I mean, I think in order to create offense against a team like that, you got to do it off the cycle because they stack it up and they're 1-3-1 and they sit back. So you got to score greasy goals, you got to get to the net, and they did a good job boxing us out. So there wasn't much around the net. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Dave, Zach, and a few other guys just said that, LA executed their game plan early and you guys didn't really respond until it was too late again. You agree with that?
This has been coming for a while here. We've been masking it with some special team stuff, but we haven't played well. We haven't had enough guys play well for a while. So it's one of those games that it was a 2-1 score, but we weren't good enough in it, and then gave up some power play goals at the end.
Is that a good wake-up call? Can it be a positive that sometimes, as you mentioned, you're masking when you're winning, that guys don't?
Well, there's some adversity that you got to go through. I don't mind some adversity as long as you react the right way to it. But we've got some players that we've got too many guys that aren't contributing enough to help us here, and like I say, when your special teams are good or your goaltending could steal your game, those things get masked. But we need some more throughout our lineup.
Hi, Dave. Over. What was your take on the McDavid major at the end of the game and how you guys responded?
I haven't looked at it close enough yet. The guy turns out to him. I don't know if Connor just nicked him, but he goes down, looks like he's hurt, but he's on the next first power play. I don't know. I'll look at it again. I didn't see an injury on it, but they said there was an injury.
3 goals in a couple of minutes on the PK had been pretty good up until that point. Was it kind of just an emotional sag maybe that they got to jump on you? Or?
No, we're talking about trying to. You got 6 minutes to go and you got a 5-minute penalty. You got to try to recognize if you can get a chance or two to get going the other way. Now that being said, you like to get it killed too. So when they got the first one, you got to chase a little more, and it just snowballs.
So help us understand, the record's really good, but the way the team's been playing hasn't been really good. Is it time for?
We played good at times, but other times not so good. We you know, there's different parts of our game that are good that you do well enough, do some things well enough to win, and you can find ways to win. But sometimes like this, when you're you know, we looked out of sync right from the get-go. I was worried yesterday in practice, coming back, not a lot of juice in practice. I was worried yesterday, and my thoughts came true today.
So when you lose a game like this, Dave, is it, you know, when you lose because your depth guys, you don't have enough guys?
No, it's not. This was everybody tonight. It's not depth guys. It's everybody tonight. We didn't play well enough as a group tonight.
And does it concern you from a big picture standpoint? The issue with this team is, you know, when the chips are down, you only had a couple guys contributing. Does this worry you on a big stage?
No, I think some adversity is good for us right now. It's a recognition that we have to get better as a whole group, not singling anybody out. As a whole group, we're going to have to get better. The thing about it is we knew we had to get better. We know we're going to have to get better to where we are. You know, we've had a good start. We've done some good things, but we got to get way better if we're going to be a real top competitive team. And you're going to go through some ups and downs. These downs show you how much you got to get better.
One of the players who had lots of competitive fire tonight looked to be Darnell Nurse, out the last 2 weeks. How did you see his game?
Yeah, it's good to get back. Obviously, he's been raring to go for a week, so he skated hard. He's well rested. He looked like it. It's good. I mean, he takes a lot of minutes when we got the injuries we do on the left side there. There's a lot of minutes that have got to get eaten up there, and it's good to have him back.
And Nima Lanen's minutes just keep going up. How did you see his game tonight? Lots of hitting?
He's a hard player. You know, the thing about him, we like his physical play, you know, his attitude to get involved in the game. The area of his game that has to continue to improve is his puck play, making a first pass out, just making the right decisions. But he's an interesting player. He's a hard player to play against, and you know, there's some areas of his game that we like, but there's still, he's, you know, a young player. We're early in his NHL career.
Thank you.
Dave, given that you guys are 16-7 and doing quite well in terms of the standings, is it almost a blessing in disguise that this little blip has come at the start of December where you have some time to kind of work out some kinks here?
Well, it's never a blessing in disguise when you lose, but they're saying we don't talk any different about this game as what we did 5 games ago when we didn't play well, but we won. You know, so there's, when you get schwacked like this a little bit, that puts a little more recognition on it. But we're trying to muck through here with some pretty serious injuries, and we recognize we can play way better. It doesn't matter about the injuries. There's parts of our game that aren't good enough right now. There's some puck battle stuff, some wall battle stuff, some execution with the puck, things that allow you to play a lot faster and a lot harder, and we're not doing enough of that right now. Like, you watch our puck play is slow, we lose too many battles and end up chasing pucks, and that just didn't happen tonight. That's been going on for a little time now.
The whole chasing the game aspect and giving up the goal is, you know, is it starting to kind of come to a head now where a lot of times this year you've been able to battle back and it's kind of catching up a little bit?
Yeah, it catches up. You want to have a good start to the game. Talked about it before we went on the ice. We wanted to have a good start to the game. We went first shift, we give up a grade A chance, and we end up losing a puck battle along the boards, and it's back of the net. So those are things that we talk about all the time, but you got to get out there and do them.
So, Dave, when you talk about those puck battles, and you played, is that just a mental thing? Is it just an effort thing? What is it that's lacking?
It's an execution. It's an execution. You got to be able to make plays under pressure. And it's sometimes there's a guy in your back, you got to make that play. It's not just all easy plays flowing around. You got to stop and go, and you got to use your body to protect the puck and make a good play, and not a play that. Good plays aren't just the ones that send people for breakaways. They're the play that 10 feet in your own end to get you out of trouble, or a wall play that comes around the wall, you make the execution, the D's pinching on you, and you make a good play and get it to the guy to get it out. Those are the things that we're lacking right now. First play below our goal line, wall play, turnovers. Those are the things that leave us chasing the game. And those are all areas we'll have to improve.
And you mentioned that right before the game, you're like, hey guys, let's have a good start. And then you kind of do the opposite. So how frustrating is that? How can you get out of that funk of having a slow start that you seem to be in way more than...
You can execute better. You can execute better. Like the level of execution, and again, I go back to the speed of our execution isn't very good right now. Some of that is personnel. Some of that is just getting the job done. And that's where we have to improve. All right, thanks.
Wing will give the puck to Trevor Moore. Ran out of room in the neutral zone. Stepping up is Chris Russell for Edmonton. Moore bumps him, gets the puck. He'll put it in front of the net. Chip in, up, and over the pad of Mikko Koskinen as Kupari got his stick on it, and it is 1-0 for LA.
Oilers' first period start of the game challenges continue here. I mean, they haven't won a puck battle yet. Chris Russell gets forced off the plane and a lovely little touch pass across. And Kupari tapped one home, but Trevor Moore makes the play. And the Oilers are chasing early here. Now they're
with 6 points in the last 2 games. Now over to Nugent Hopkins in front of the net. Oh, what a save made by Quick off a Draisaitl as the Oilers tic-tac-toed that thing around, and Leon Draisaitl with a great chance.
Now that's a play that Alex Chason mastered, moving down to the low post as the net front. And Zach Hyman, a right shot as well, threaded it back to Draisaitl through the seam, and a terrific save by Jonathan Quick.
In front of the net by Nurse, coming out is Fogle. Lost it at the King blue line. Doughty up the right wing to Brown, now to Kempe. He'll come in on the right side. He'll shoot, scores! Adrian Kempe came in on the right wing, lets a wrist shot go that gets by Koskinen. It's 2-0 LA.
How would you?
That one kind of looked like it went through.
Yeah. Got to find a way to get in front of that. Did it get a piece of Nurse's stick?
I don't know. But it looked like between the blocker and the arm, or between the blocker arm and the body.
I'm going to tell you right now that Mikko's going to tell you he should have had that. And I would agree.
Get the puck to Kopitar, lost it along the boards. Hyman to the middle, finds Nugent Hopkins. He'll bring it out for Edmonton. He'll come in over the Los Angeles line to Nurse down the left wing. Nurse scores! Darnell Nurse from a sharp angle goes upstairs. It's a shorthanded goal, and the Oilers have cut the King lead to 2-1.
Well, that kind of came out of nowhere, and it was a slow developing 4-on-2 up the ice, and Nurse drove outside. Nugent Hopkins flicked one over on his backhand, and Nurse picked it up, waited, and then elevated the puck. It may have taken off the stick of Drew Doughty and elevated up and over Jonathan Quick. He's trying to figure out how that went into the net. It's a shorthanded goal. 1-goal game. Nurse's first of the year.
Up the right boards to the middle to Nugent Hopkins' shot. It's blocked. Yamamoto let it go. That's blocked. Yamamoto puts it off the outside of the net with a second offer. He'll shoot it. That's blocked. The rebound put towards the net. That's blocked. Loose puck kicked to the net and covered up by Koskinen after it went off the skate.
Colton Sevier right at the end. Stick got hacked and whacked on
he
the
made the play.
And he tied Grunstrom. Great defensive play by Sevier.
Saved the goal. Absolutely saved the net. Missed Fogle, but it will find Cassian on the right. Into the corner for Warren Fogle. He'll try and drive it out front. The save made by Quick, and he'll cover it up as Warren Fogle brought it out from behind the net to make a little left wing to Hyman. Able to poke the puck in past Doughty. Anderson in his end. Can't get it out as Bouchard had pinched down for Edmonton, and we got a penalty coming up as
it's going to be on McDavid.
He's in there with Kopitar. A whistle went when the Oilers had the puck, so yeah, that would lead me to believe Edmonton's about to be shorthanded.
It's on. He got a piece of Kempe. Kempe's trying to sell it. It's going to be at least 2 for Connor. To the body language here.
Oh, for sure.
They're reviewing the play. Major in the game misconduct for boarding. 97 Edmonton.
So that makes it a little tougher. as McDavid gets 5 in a game for the hit on Kempe. Is back near the point. Seaver got it to the line, but Doughty across to Kopitar. Back to Doughty. His pass across. One-timer save. Rebound, scores. Right on the doorstep. Kempe puts it home.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. You give him a major penalty for the hit. How come he doesn't have to go underneath? What? That's the guy that got hit. That's the guy that's down. Why does he not have to go underneath and get looked at? Where's the concussion specialist? It's a major penalty. And Kempe gets the goal.
3-1 Kings lead.
If you're a Kings partisan, you'd say that's bittersweet irony.
Kopitar will bring it out for Los Angeles. Into the Oiler end. On the right wing to Arvidsson. Loose puck comes across to Doughty. He scores. Doughty fires it home. Arvidsson put it towards the net. It goes over to Doughty. It's another power play goal, and it's 4-1 Los Angeles. Middle for Los Angeles. Left wing to Edler. Got into the Oiler end. Will rim it over to the right. To the right corner, Jersey. Got it in front of the net. Shoots. Scores. Trevor Moore. Puck came out to the side of the net, and he just shoots it. Looked like it went under the pad of Koskinen and makes it 5-1. Will lose just their second game at home this season. They will drop to 16-7, and for the first time this year, they'll lose 2 in a row.
They need to remember those feelings tonight. LA came in with a game plan. They outworked Edmonton early. They were sharp. They were on pucks. Oilers were second best out of the gate. They kind of survived it in a way, really.
Yep.